It's me again. The Magnificent Mysterio. Day 4 at sea, and they've canceled all public gatherings. You don't know what this means for me. I'm a cruise magician. I should be doing magic. But you can't do magic without an audience. 10 minutes ago, I made the Ace of Spades appear in my stateroom mini fridge. But was that magic? No. Because no one saw it, except me, and I know how I did it. There was no one to be impressed. No one to shout, ooh, or ah, or Mysterio, here's my phone number. I'm in love with you. Which used to happen all the time. I mean, I'm the Magnificent Mysterio. I was so excited to be here. 6 months of cruising around the Caribbean, performing magic for all types of passengers, from the retirees to the elderly to the grandparents. I never imagined I'd be quarantined in my room with coronavirus. I thought we'd just be like every other cruise and just have neurovirus. I just made this pencil appear in my hand. And if anyone were here to see it, they'd be amazed. They'd be awestruck. But I know that I keep this pencil up my sleeve at all times. And whenever I need to impress someone, I roll it to the palm of my hand and present it. That's all it is. No magic, no electricity, nothing amazing. Just practice, a shuttle pass, and long sleeves. It's got me thinking. If I can't do magic, am I still a magician? Am I still magnificent? Am I still Mysterio? Hello, good sir. Or madam. Do you like magic? I want you to think of a card. Any card. Got one? Good. Was this your card? No answer. Can you believe this? When I used to stroll around the Lido deck doing this for people, they would erupt in applause. I give up. I can't do this anymore. Stop calling me Mysterio. My real name's Ned. I'm 28 and single. I still have debt from going to theater school. I started doing magic because I had a hard time connecting with people. Magic gave me this persona, this confident alter ego that I could use to face the world. But inside, I was never that confident. I was looking for validation. Boy, feels good to just be honest like that. Like, this is me, world. Warts and all. Wait a second. I think I just made my ego disappear. That's gotta be the most impressive thing I've ever made disappear. And I didn't even see it coming. I might be the greatest magician of all time. I'm back, baby. Mysterio out.
This video is for Tommy. Tommy, hello. Mrs. Montgomery, hello too. I don't know if you're still monitoring Tommy's emails, but if you are, hello, it's Eleanor. You know me from childhood and stuff. I am still on the boat, but we're not moving anymore. And my room smells like potatoes, which is my fault because I spill mashed potatoes on the floor. They can't spare anyone to come clean it up, which is understandable, but I still wish it didn't smell like mashed potatoes. Oh, I don't smell like mashed potatoes, just the room does. So, the real reason I'm sending you this video is to tell you that I will obviously not be returning in time for prom. So we cannot attend prom together. And I wanted to give you permission to ask Jessica to prom. Because it seems like you really want to go with her. Miss Montgomery, oh, don't worry. Your son is not a cheater. Tommy and I are not dating. There are no romantic feelings between us. None. Seriously. But yeah, I can't go anymore. And you should still go. And with someone you want to go with. Even if that person's Jessica. Jessica's fine. Sorta. Sorry. I don't know why I said that. I'll edit that part out. Yes! Go to prom with Jessica. She's great. You two obviously have the hots for each other. I see you guys together, like, all the time. Especially after band. You guys seem to have really connected since you switched to bassoon. But, seriously, she's great. We sat next to each other in Kim last year, and she had a good vibe. Oh, funny story, super quick. One time during a test, she totally fell asleep. It was so funny. I've seriously never seen anyone do that before. And, like, during a test, at least it wasn't an AP test, but, like, oh, and she had, like, a little bit of drool, too. So, you can ask Jessica to prom if you want to, and I will release you from our prom pact. Oh, Mrs. Montgomery, Tommy and I made a pact in 6th grade when we were both losers that we would go to prom together if we weren't in a relationship with other people or in a relationship with each other, which I know you've teased us about before, Mrs. Montgomery. You bring it up a lot. Can you imagine? Barf! I'll edit that. So, prom! Sorry, I feel like I'm saying prom a lot. Do you ever say a word a ton and it just, like, doesn't feel like a word anymore? Prom! Prom! Tommy prom! Sorry, I guess the boat is getting to me. Boat brain! Anyways, I should go. But, real quick, if you don't go to prom with Jessica, or, like, if prom doesn't happen at all, we could do our own prom in my dad's basement or something. Remember when we used to rollerblade down there? We could do that, too. Actually, he got it carpeted. You know what? I'll talk to him. There's a dance instructor on the boat. She's been leading video lessons, and I've been following along and learning. 1, 2, 3, 4, spin. So there's that. Think about it. No pressure. Just think about it. Let me know, buddy old pal. I think it could be a fun thing to do when I get out of my potato room and off the boat. So let me know. Bye, Tommy. Bye, Mrs. Montgomery. Bye, Tommy. I already said. You know what? I'm gonna start over. 3, 2, 1.
Oi! Hey everyone! Miss me back home? Miss you? We barely recognize you. Yeah, the sea's been rough on me. My eyes have gotten giggly. I've sprouted fuzz. I seem to be made primarily of textiles. You wouldn't think life in the ocean would turn a person to textiles, but look at me! Oh, I'm your worst dirty laundry nightmare. I'm your laundry come alive. Why? Who's that behind me?
I'm your handler. Get it? Handler?
Yeah, you're a comic genius. Do you mind? I was telling the folks back home about my transformation.
Nice. Becoming single was the best thing that ever happened to you. If you were still a pair, I'd be wearing you. If you were still a pair of socks, you'd be at my feet, get it? You know, you should really laugh at my jokes, because I own you. I literally bought you to wear. I can do whatever I want with you. I can throw you out this porthole.
No, you can't. It doesn't open.
It doesn't? Seriously?
You know that. You know everything that I do.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, don't be sad. I'm your laundry come alive.
That was a nice bit. I appreciate your efforts, but we're trapped here.
Not forever.
Feels like forever.
Why am I talking sock?
And I'm talking to a sock.
Yeah, well, who else you got? Makes complete sense to me.
What if we never get out of here? What if they never let us leave?
Viruses have lifespans too. You just gotta live the sickness. Make sure we do our push-ups.
You look ridiculous. This was supposed to be a really fun cruise. I was supposed to meet new people. People I was not going to be able to run away from, because I have this problem. I meet someone I want to know better, and suddenly I can't say one thing. It's like I know I'm going to make an idiot out of myself, so I just clam up. Clam. But I thought, if I had to see these same people every single day, and they couldn't run away any further than I could, then I could maybe relax. Not be such an awkward kook.
You, an awkward kook?
But now, I'm not meeting anyone. I can't leave this room, and I'm stuck here with my awkward kook self. And don't say this is an opportunity, that I should make lemonade out of lemons, because there are no lemons. There's no redeeming fruit in all of this.
Yeah, you're right, I guess. But we just gotta roll with it. Feel the waves. Rolling.
Feel the waves, huh? Beneath us, rolling. They just keep going, don't they? Yeah.
What do you think they doing up there in that big ship thing, Chloe? How long they been up there now? 2 weeks or 3? I disremember. You know what? There are some folks up there getting to know what it's like doing time. Halfway, anyway. But they got swimming pools, right? Ping pong tables? You think they're still swimming around? Bet you somebody's peed in the pool. Playing ping pong? I played ping pong a couple of times. That stuff is so boring, they should use it for a sleep aid. Man, that boat's like the perfect old age home for rich people. But some people don't want to get off. They hitting people with their canes. Get off me. Get off of me. You know what? They should kick their asses off and let on the homeless. Shoot, they sleep right on those ping pong tables. Those deck chair thingies. See, my idea is the rich people don't take care about the poor people because they never met one. How many cabins they got on that there boat? Mix and mingle? Ought to mix things up for once. put one of the homeless folks in each cabin with the rich dude. How many beds they got in each cabin, each room? 2 doubles maybe? 2 homeless, 2 rich. Oh man. Let them stay in quarantine a month or 2. No. 2 rich, 1 homeless, and 1 filmmaker. Oh yeah, put that stuff out there. Man, there'd be some changes made, right? Mix and mingle. Change, brother. And it would start right on that boat. Shoot, if I knew who to get a hold of, I'd put the idea out. Whoa, is that someone waving at us? Must be another one of them rich folk. Hello there, rich person. How you doing? I got 17 years worth of stuff to tell you, brother. Hey, I'll come over there and you can throw me down a piece of steak.
No one tells you how small these staterooms are. I can't just turn around without bumping into the bed, and the toilet doubles as a shower, which is kind of good because we ran out of TP days ago. I don't even know what time it is anymore. I used to have this intense, pressing, OCD, need to know the time all the time because of my Apple Watch, but then I dropped my Apple Watch out the porthole and it got eaten by a shark. There are lots of sharks out there, and they keep circling like they know we don't have long. Someone said that they were nurse sharks, and that even when their stomachs are empty, nurse sharks are harmless, but I don't know who to believe anymore because the group from Idaho took the mouse hostage yesterday. The costume, not even the kid who plays him. Wait, I think they let the kid go, because I think they're planning on burning the mouse in effigy. I'm sure that they'll set the ship on fire, but we'll be fine because we're surrounded by water. So we'll be fine. Right? We'll be fine, right? I've been spending most of my time meditating. There's no TV, and I've run out of People magazines that I stole from the store, so I feel a little bad because I cut them out with my cuticle scissors and I pasted them on the wall with toothpaste, but these are my friends now. Meghan Markle, Billie Eilish, that one's serial killer, and Cher. I feel really close to them. I wrote them a song last night after I ate an old mushroom pizza and got high from food poisoning. It's a tragedy not to have an exit strategy, just a menage. No. Just a menagerie of People magazine celebrities. No one ever let me sing before. Probably a good thing, right? God, it's happening. The nightly wilding. See, I'm sheltering in place, but the group from Idaho, well, they went feral fast. Grabbed the finger paints out of the daycare, got down to their skivvies, started painting each other wild colors. Then they got on the captain's table on the sun deck. From the howling, I'd assume that they just discovered that finger paint doesn't have any SPF in it. I'd offer my prescription kind, but it's expired. I never used it because it made me look like I was wearing vanilla frosting. Maybe I will leave it out for those crazy Idaho winds. Maybe if I do that, they won't make me walk the plank like they did with that group from Florida.
Hey, have you seen my watch? It's one of those fitness ones that counts your steps. Real chunky, bright blue band. And I know you're gonna say it's probably in my room somewhere. I mean, it has to be in my room somewhere, doesn't it? It's not like we've been ashore recently. But the watch band gets a little itchy sometimes, and so I take it off places, and I do like to walk around the ship. I mean, at home I like to run. I'm actually training for a marathon. Half a marathon. Cancelled now. But did you know you can't run here? Like, anywhere on the boat, even before the quarantine? Did you know that? You can't run on boats. It's like a law or something. So what are you going to do if you can't run? You're going to walk, that's what. And then anyway, the ship staff, the captain, or whoever, they say it's okay to walk as long as you don't touch, as long as you don't interact with anybody or anything. 6 feet, right? But most people are too afraid to go out of their cabins, so I can pretty much walk anywhere I want, and it's fine. You know how most people only do 10,000 steps a day? You know what I do? I do 20,000 every single day. And do you know how long it's been since I've missed a day? 4 years. I can actually tell you the exact amount of days. There's an app that, this app keeps track of it, and it says, it says 1,499 days. That's my streak. And if I don't find my watch, it's gonna break. It's gonna break the streak because there's no other way to put your steps in there. And I know 1,500 is just a number, but it's 1,500. And if I don't have my watch, it won't count my steps. And if it doesn't count my steps, I won't get my streak. And if I don't get my streak, then what am I even doing here, huh? just wandering around? What am I supposed to be then? The official cruise ship ghost haunting the halls like some third-rate Harry Potter character? Sorry, I'm just a bit... the streak, you know? This place does feel haunted sometimes. Do you ever feel that? Like, when I'm walking on the deck, I can hear these voices. People with balconies below me talking or crying or sometimes singing, but I can never see them. I can never make out exactly what they're saying, why they're crying. Oh, okay. This ship is spooky. This whole, I don't know what to call it. This situation is spooky. Very Act 1 of the zombie movie. And I don't like zombie movies, but my watch, my streak, my 20,000 steps, I know it's dumb, but it's normal. And I need normal. I need my watch. It's chunky and blue.
Hello? Hello? Are you there? I keep seeing glimpses of you out of the corner of my eye. A flash or a flicker. A sense of something nearby. Friendly presence. At least I hope you're friendly. I've been cooped up in this tiny room for 12 days and you haven't been unfriendly yet, so I'm gonna be optimistic. The other day, was it yesterday? 2 days ago? What is time anymore? My watch went missing. It was on my bedside table, and then this morning, it was on top of the closet. Was that you? Are you playing games with me? I noticed you the second night of quarantine. The Wi-Fi was out and I was freaking out. Like nobody to contact here, nobody was telling me anything. My chest got all tight and I couldn't breathe and I couldn't think and everything was spiraling out of control and I was so alone. Then I felt a presence. I looked up. And I couldn't see anybody, but I felt you. And I knew I wasn't alone. That at least somebody would be here for me. I've been too nervous to talk to you. What if you float away and I never get to feel your presence again? I think I'll call you Clarice. My friendly little ghost companion, Clarice. It's nice to meet you. Wonder how you got here. Oh God, did you die in this room? In this bed? People die on cruise ships, they just toss them overboard. Did they toss you overboard, Clarice? Will they toss me overboard? Am I gonna die on this cruise ship? Is that why you're here, Clarice, to let me know that? I don't want to die on this cruise ship. Spending my last hours in a 20 square foot room with crappy meals delivered to my door and talking to a ghost? This room is basically a coffin, isn't it? So much for a nice solo trip to the Bahamas. I can't believe I spent my credit card points on this. No, you're right, Clarice. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'm young and healthy, and I don't have to worry about this. No worries. Just boredom. Boredom and talking to ghosts. I think I like you, Clarice. I hope you stick around. Keep hiding my watch and I'll keep finding it. And you know, when I finally get to go back to the real world, I hope you'll come with me. The real world. What even is that anymore? Is this real? Are you real? Am I real?
Those were Flintstone vitamins. Really. And they were expired, but you can't tell the difference. Why am I taking vitamins at the end of the world? They're multi-purpose. Many unknown purposes, and I may need their magical properties with me on the other side. Like those coins the ancient Greeks used to place on a dead person's eyes so they could pay the fairy tollman across the river Styx. Coins in the eyes of the dead. It's grim, but I like it because it's a plan. Plans are good. It's like the ancient Egyptians mummifying their dead so they could preserve their bodies for the next world. That's really smart. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Except instead of cloth, I'm going to use the rarest and most valuable commodity in our society. TP, the chosen paper of the porcelain gods. Consider this my last message. My last dialogue to the world. Although, for a dialogue, you need more than one person, and it's just me. So what would you call this exactly? A monologue? No, that doesn't seem right. Someone is receiving this, right? There's someone out there, right? I know you can't respond, but I know you're out there, and that's comforting. On some level. Yeah. Totally comforting. At the very least, someone will find this recording and know I existed. What's left to say? I already texted every single person in my contacts. I sent a very simple message. Thank you. Nothing specific, just thank you. It took me 78 minutes. A lot of people were confused. Some didn't respond, understandable. Others took it as an opportunity to engage. But a lot of people got it. They responded back, I love you too. Thanking people is important. It may be the most important thing we can do. Might be the only gift we can leave behind. A simple gesture of kindness and gratitude. So to anyone out there and anyone watching this, thank you. And feel free to unwrap me if you need a wipe. Time to disappear. Time to say goodbye. I'll see you on the other side of the river. I'm gone.
So, I'm a kleptomaniac. Like, a for real one. Not like, oops, I stole a pen one time from Sandy's desk, lol. I'm such a klepto. Nope, I have a legit diagnosis and everything. I steal stuff. It's just sort of what I do. Why? I have no idea. It's not like I get some sort of rush from it or like I can't afford what I'm stealing. It's just because I want to. Nope, scratch that. It's because I need to. So, yeah. My therapist was not super excited for me to go on this cruise. But I was all like, whatever, what do you know about my life, man? And he was all like, literally everything. And I was like, good point. But I decided to go on the cruise anyway because I thought I could handle it. And then the first night here, I stole 13 forks, 3 spoons, a bottle of sunscreen, and this crummy watch that's either super expensive or it's from Walmart. I don't know, and I don't really care. Did it make me feel any better? No. Stop asking dumb questions. You're clearly missing the entire point of my mental health. And then we heard about this quarantine. You know, the announcement over the loudspeakers, the meeting we all had to go to. It was weird. It's like we were hearing about this super contagious disease when we were packed in together like sardines. Dumb. I stole some lady's magazine out of her purse while she was talking to her husband about their kids. I guess they had like 4 of them and they were worried about them. And I guess I didn't think it was that big of a deal until we all got masks and gloves. And we weren't allowed to leave our rooms. And everyone was like crying and calling their families. And I was just like, well, crap. And I opened up my dresser drawer and saw all this stolen junk I had. And I was like, what am I doing? So I texted my therapist and I was like, I'm in a weird situation. I'm going to return stuff to people. And he was all like, that's really good, Alex. And I was like, I don't know. For a second, I felt a sense of relief, I guess. Because I steal stuff as a compulsion and it never makes me feel any better. But the prospect of returning things made me feel, I don't know. Happy is not the right word. Calm is better. And I never feel calm. So I returned everything. But nobody knows I did it. So it's like I reverse stole it. And probably nobody cares, but I do. Because if I can make things a little better by returning all this random junk to people, then I guess I did something right. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to talk to my therapist about this, provided I don't get the coronavirus and keel over and die in like 3 minutes. I'm just kidding. Except I'm not. I'm not kidding at all. So, yeah. That's it.
Hey, Jenny. It's Josh. Just calling you back after our last convo because I figured you wanted an answer. So, yeah. I'm sorry. That was awkward. And just so you know, I'm still fine, healthy, not infected. Hopefully they'll let us off the ship in the next week. That's the rumor anyway, but who knows. And you're right. Cruises are terrible. I'm having a terrible time and I understand why you didn't want me to come. Because you can be held on one for weeks with no insight during a pandemic, which is terrifying and, I guess I should address the elephant in the room. The reason I'm calling. So, here we go. My answer is, I think so. And I know that's not romantic. I know when someone proposes to you, you're supposed to say yes. Yes, yes. Yes 1,000 times. And I know that we've been dating for 10 years and this has been on your mind, our minds, for a while. And that in some ways, now is a great time to get married. It's the end of the world. Why not? And if we have to be in isolation, we should do it together as a unified front. Love is a battlefield, and I will always love you, etc. These are the reasons why we should get married now. And I do love you. I want you to know that. I just want to explain why I hesitated, or why I needed a day before I answered you. So I'll try to explain. Okay. First of all, this isn't really the end of the world. This is just a very hard time, and no one should act too rash because the world is scary and different right now. If you told me you wanted to go skydiving and you felt that you had to go now because you didn't know if the world will be around in a year, well, I'd advise against that, because who's flying you? How well trained is the pilot? Are parachutes even being tested properly right now? And furthermore, does your skydiving instructor have COVID? Because in all likelihood, you'd be strapped together, like way closer than 6 feet apart. And I just read a tweet that said there's an aviation school in Alabama where everyone got infected. Okay. So clearly, if you said, I want to go skydiving, I would say no. Even though it might be the last time you were able to go skydiving for a while, no. Because I did the research and I know the risk. And I think the question you asked me, so should we get married, deserves, research and thought. And I just realized that comparison doesn't work. Both require a leap of faith. One literal, one a metaphor. Both require a parachute. I guess marriage doesn't really require a parachute. Okay, never mind. I'm just scared. I'm scared right now. I'm more scared than I've ever been. I know marrying you should have been a no-brainer, but I'm letting fear control me right now, and I'm trying not to let it, but I am sometimes, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm sorry for not just saying yes. The answer is yes, I'll marry you. And as soon as I get back, we can find an online minister and we can... Oh, you're calling me. Never mind then. Hello?
Hey, I don't mean to put more pressure on you. I know you're really stressed and that you tend to think and overthink things when you're stressed. And this is obviously like the most stressful time. So I'm sorry I'm putting this on you. And if you need more time...
The answer is yes. Of course I do. I do.
Oh, wow. So you seem so sure of yourself. I expected it.
Not this time. I love you, Janny. Let's get married. Oh
Okay,
my gosh.
well, great. I love you too.
That was easier than I thought.
Don't worry, Hannah. I'm proud of you.
Hey, I sent you a message. Would you mind deleting it?
Never would you believe you'd ever hear the words I'm about to say, but it's so easy to say them now that I can't actually see you. I wonder why. Anyway, since I can't talk to you right now, that means I'll have to try to telepathically send you what I'm feeling and hope that mother-daughter connection comes through. Not that we're usually connected. I've been too busy for that, too distracted with other things I thought were more important. Too selfish. But every time I've ever needed you, you've always been there, so here goes my best try. The day I departed for this cruise, I pushed the pause button and escaped from my captives, my AP courses, finishing my senior year when everyone should know we've checked out by spring break, and you, and I was looking forward to freedom. So why is it that these things I was happy to temporarily leave behind are the things I want most now? And now I'm trapped on a ship with a lot of people I don't know. So here are those words, Mama, and hope you can feel them. What I want
is you. I want to be home. I gladly accept you kicking me out of the kitchen because I'm in the way more than I'm helping. And I would give you a personal invitation to join in with me and my friends like we usually do when we start spontaneously sing and dance to our favorite song. I want to laugh with you even though what you think is funny is actually corny. Like when you told me about the ever-pretentious Mrs. Goth who was trying to introduce Mr. Peabody, a guest pianist who was about to play for a crowd in the church. And instead she said, and now Mr. Playbody will pee for us. And I was too cool to laugh with you. But then you started laughing and I couldn't hold back as much as I tried. I miss your laugh. When I get home, I want you to repeat every annoying cliche you've ever said to me, because they're all replaying in my head right now. Worrying will never change the outcome. Put your positive pants on. Will this matter a year from now? I never told you, but I kind of like those cliches. I even find myself repeating them to my friends. But for some reason, I can't tell you that. Sometimes when I want to say the right thing, I don't. There's this stubborn thing inside me that I don't always say what I mean. But right now, while you're not here, I want to say this, and I hope wherever you are right now, you can feel it. I'm sorry I never told you before just how proud I am to have you as my mother. I love you.
Oh, hello. Only have a few minutes to talk. I'm afraid I've got to keep moving. Welcome aboard the Rebecca, Galactical Cruiser, serial number AK-734. Nearly 2 miles of pure titanium alloy and solar sails powered by 14 jump boost engines designed specifically to make the leap between galaxies that Einstein once thought was absolutely impossible. Moving slowly and steadily along the 2-year path between Earth and Alpha Centauri, the Rebecca offers a pure power cruise for the system's elite, the 1% of the 1%. Swimming pools the size of lakes, casinos, racetracks, orchards with lasagnas in the trees instead of apples, more, all for the utter pleasures of the richest fools in the solar system. Tech giants, energy kings and queens, often at bigwigs, alien translators, online warriors, politicians, diplomats, and me, the biggest fool of all. Fool to think that I can move on, fool to think that things could change, even stay in this bright future we all live in. Oh, forgive me. I forgot to introduce myself. That's on purpose, I guess. I'm not used to giving my name in public, and I won't be starting now. My real name wouldn't mean anything to you anyways. Just call me X. You probably never heard of me. That's on purpose, too. The authorities would never want to broadcast that someone like me exists. Not these days. After all, I am the greatest thief in the galaxy. After Corona 2020, they thought that jobs, and it is a job, don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise, like mine, were obsolete, old-fashioned, finished. After all, in the face of so much danger and trauma, and then after all the changes that happened when it was finished, the increases in healthcare, leaps in science, new ideas, new hope, throwing out the old and accepting the new, the useful, the beautiful. They called it a great awakening, a second renaissance that shocked the world with its kindness and compassion. Who needed crime when everyone was looking out for each other? Who needed to steal when there was plenty for everyone? Well, as it turned out, I did. Don't get me wrong, I didn't need the things I stole. I wasn't starving, no one was back then. And I wasn't Robin Hood stealing from the wealthy to give to the not-so-wealthy. No, everything I took went right back to me. I just wanted things. I loved things. I loved having them, I loved using them, I loved surrounding myself with them. I loved having jewels on every finger, dressed in the finest clothes, driving the fastest cars, all powered by gas, and that biofuel for me. The dirtier, the better. I was the last of a dying breed. Those who are happiest not by saving the world, not by helping each other, but by helping themselves. Cicero said, "Cui bono," or who benefits? And for me, the answer is always me. In an expanding galaxy of activists, do-gooders, and self-righteous thinkers, I stood out like 2 sore thumbs. How could I not? My target is the richest of the rich, the most powerful of the powerful, those who shaped this brand new existence. If there was a trinket on the neck of some daughter of some president or king, if there was a ring on the second toe of a husband of a high-energy magnate, if there was anything, anywhere owned by someone who made decisions affecting you and me, I had it in my sights. It was already mine. It was just a matter of when. And they all knew it. They all knew me, although they would never acknowledge me. How could they? My existence was a problem for them. I meant that not everyone was blissfully happy. Not everyone was content. I was the irritant, the trickster, the sand in the oyster of this brave new world. If someone like me, someone who just broke the rules for the thrill of it, existed, then all bets were off. I could inspire others, the dominoes would fall, and we'd be right back to where we started. I could have continued having fun my whole very long life. That was the plan, that's what I wanted. But a famous boxer from the 20th century once said that everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face. I got hit in the face hard. It was the perfect tie Stephen for me. Everything was timed to the millisecond. I was planning it for over a year. Everything was in place. A prince of a thriving South American country going rich and fat in the tech sector had given his wife a single ruby on the occasion of their first anniversary. And what a ruby! Forged in the heat of a pure red sun, it was as big as my heart and just as valuable. After more than a year of bribes and surveillance, I found myself in a place I knew all too well, suspended thousands of feet in the air, hanging upside down in front of the penthouse window. With a steady hand, my laser tip carved a hole in the glass just large enough for me to slip my hand in and pull the lock. Dozens of alarms had been cut off the night before. Gaining the trust and bribing off lifelong servants were all part of the plan. As with so much else, the ruby was already mine. It was just a matter of when. I reached for the safe like a hungry child reaching for a plate of cookies when... Excuse me, a whispering voice said from across the room. I spun in place, my hand still out there reaching for the cookies, for the things I wanted. Excuse me, she said again. Can I help you? There, in the bed, which was supposed to be empty, which I was told by numerous servants, handmaids, and butlers was never used, was an old woman holding the bed curtain aside. I'm sorry to bother you. I was just feeling so dizzy I had to come in here and lie down. Do you work for my son? She asked. Yes, I whispered. Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. Please forgive me. Of course, ma'am, I stammered. What could I do? I couldn't leave through the door. There were at least a dozen guards in the hall. Before you go, can you come here for a moment? She asked. Again, what could I do? As I came over, she reached for me. Her hand was like old paper, loose over her bones, but her fingers were strong and held my hand in a tight grip. Keep it safe, she whispered. So desperate. Keep it safe. Keep what safe? I asked. My heart, it's here. I couldn't help but asking, your heart, ma'am. My husband gave it to me. The ruby! The son must have passed it on when I was very young after... She stopped. Was she sleeping? After we lost our first child. I stopped. I couldn't see anything else. Not the door to the hallway, not my exit window, just her. It was just too big, too much, just too beautiful, I told him. I leaned forward, I couldn't help it. Not for you, he said. Never too big for you. Her grip loosened, and she was asleep. I backed away from the bed, keeping both eyes on her face. I don't remember how I left the apartment, how I got away. The alarms were never tripped, and no one knew I was ever there. I heard she died a few days later. And I was done. I couldn't take anymore. The fun, the thrill, the pure joy of it was gone. I left that part of me in the safe with the ruby, and in that old woman's white eyes, and never looked back. I booked myself a one-way ticket on a galactical cruiser named Rebecca, heading to Alpha Centauri. As cliche as it sounds, I was ready to make a new start, a new life. But my grandmother used to say that people don't change. Although they kept my existence a secret from the general public, too many of the rich and powerful knew what I had done. I was known the moment I came on board, marked by hungry security cameras and thousands of hungry eyes and minds hiding trinkets and jewelry that I would have been starving for myself a year ago. It wasn't long before stuff started going missing. Not by me, probably like a copycat hoping to cash it on the distraction of my presence on board. And this morning, I woke up to find a 12-man security team coming down the hall looking for me. I've been dodging them ever since, but I can't keep doing this forever. This boat is really big, but it's still 2 years until Alpha Centauri. I could try to tell them about the ruby in her eyes, but they wouldn't listen. I mean, people don't change, do they?
This started out as a vacation, the first one since the twins were born. They are 4 now, so you can imagine it was the getaway we were longing for, and now we can't get away from it. Having twins was a test for our marriage. Now lock yourself in a cruise ship cabin with your spouse for longer than expected with no access to the tiki bar. That's a test. We FaceTime the kids every day. My mother has them, thank God. Imagine we had hired someone to watch them. But still, a long weekend is one thing. 14 days is a whole other thing. My mother is 68. 4-year-olds are so much work. They wake up in the middle of the night to go potty, or because of a bad dream, or just to snuggle up next to you. And I just miss my babies. I'm going crazy. No, I am crazy. They don't understand why we aren't back yet. Explain quarantine to a pair of 4-year-olds. Explain a virus and why we have to stay on this boat and knock it off, and that we aren't sick, but we can't get off, and that we might have it, but don't worry, we don't have it. When we FaceTime, the kids cry, then I cry, my husband cries, my mother cries, and my poor mother is left with them crying. She has to answer all of their questions at bedtime. She has to explain that we don't know when Mommy and Daddy are coming home, and then deal with the fallout. She tells me not to worry, that we are going to get through this, that I need to stay strong, that the kids are going to be all right. My mom is still being my mom and a grandma. I feel like I can't breathe. The virus is making me feel this way, and I don't even have it. I don't think.
Palimon, are you there? Don't make me yell. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be quarantined in my stateroom. I'm ready to jump. I was a champion diver, sort of. 3rd in the Mona, Minnesota League. There were 4 of us, but I can do this, okay? Just swim by, and I'll catch you and hold on and feed you fish for the rest of your life. Rather, the rest of my life, because you're a god and will live forever, and fortunately, I won't. I saw you in my tiny window. I saw you and a whole bunch of your dolphin friends. It's called a pod, right? When there's a flock of dolphins, it's called a dolphin pod. Well, I'm on this pod. See? This humongous pod, and I'd rather not stay any longer. Palimon, please come back. You're sworn to protect anyone on a sea journey, and I need protecting. I need to get off of this pod. Palimon? Oh, come on. You can at least be impressed that I know my mythology. Yeah, that I know which god to seek. Bet you thought you were forgotten. Well, I'll tell you a secret. I think you're hot. Not just cute, but blazing hot. Like you could be on one of those fireman calendars, you know? If you come closer, I can tell you more secrets. Fine. Betray all you stand for. You know, if I'm left here to die, I'll make sure to badmouth you all over social media. Fake God. Imposter. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm just scared. And I need you to come for me so that I can escape this death ship. Oh, I hear the crew. Palymon, please, come up for air. Come on, Palymon. I see you. I think I see you. Yes. Ready or not.
No, I didn't. I swear I didn't. Yes, you're right. I had no right to touch your possessions. I get that. Please don't. You don't need to call anyone, the captain, the purser, or whoever. I can explain. Just look in your purse. Please. Yeah, see? It's your wallet with all the money and all the credit cards, identification. Everything is there. I get how you're confused. I know you've been searching for it. I know because I took it. I stole your wallet from your purse 3 days ago. You had no idea it was me because, well, I'm decent at my job. And cruise ships are pretty easy pickings. Crazy. The first time I get caught, I was actually trying to give your stuff back. Okay. I get it. You have to call somebody. I won't try to run. Where am I going to go? Just for the record, I'm sorry. I know it put a black mark on your vacation when I took it. I'm sure the theft, along with the quarantine, made this a really bad trip for you. Like I said, sorry. Why? I mean, to tell you the truth, it's a living. I'm not proud of it, but it puts bread on the table. Like I said, people on cruise ships. Oh. You mean, why was I trying to put it back? That's a tougher question. I hadn't planned on it, not before the quarantine. I mean, I've kind of got a system that I've developed. Contacts at the ports, ways to fence stuff, so it doesn't hang around. That doesn't answer your... Why don't you just go ahead and call someone? I put everything else back. I don't have anything else on me anymore. I'm clean. You were the last one. I don't have anything else. It's because I began to feel like this whole quarantine thing, it made me stop. I couldn't keep taking stuff. I couldn't unload it. It made me stop and sit and look around. People are scared. You can see it in their eyes. This unseen thing, this virus, they don't know if it's going to get them or if it already has. I mean, people came because they thought they were going someplace sunny and, carefree, safe. But all of a sudden, this thing snuck up on them. I couldn't shake the feeling like, look, I steal stuff for a living. I used to. And for a while, I figured out a way to make it all right. Other people had more stuff than me. They didn't need the things that I took from them. I made it right in my head. But with this whole quarantine thing, I stopped and I finally started seeing the people. And I couldn't shake the feeling like... I couldn't help but feeling like I was a sickness. And I couldn't live with that. You're not going to call? I deserve it. Are you sure? Alright, I will. Goodbye, thanks, I will. I'll keep my hands clean.
It can't hurt to call one more time. Hi, this is Eleanor Ackland calling from room 9255. I'm sorry to be bothering you again, but I was just wondering if you had any updates. Yes, thank you, but I knew all of that. The captain was quite clear earlier, and I'm up to date on virus information and quarantine details. I was actually looking for a menu update. Yes, the menu for dinner. Well, according to the itinerary, tonight is formal night, where usually the quality of the meal reflects the quality of the attire. Let me tell you, I'm wearing a lobster-worthy outfit. You see, I never go into Marshall's because I hate waiting in lines, but something told me that if I went in there, I would find... I absolutely understand the severity of the situation, and it is not my intention to waste your time. No, I appreciate everything the staff has done. I just wanted to check on the formal night menu. Okay, deliveries will start with the 5th floor at 5 p.m. I had selected late dining, but no, I understand. By the time you get to the interior cabins on the 9th floor, it may be late dining anyway. Wait, tell me what's being served. No, let me guess. Prime rib. No. I'm gonna go with my gut. Lobster. Is it lobster? Oh. I see. No, I get it. It's a pandemic and we are quarantined, and for our own safety and for the safety of others, we do not have access to the ship and must stay in our cabins. My mom said I should have sprung for the exterior cabin. If you're gonna go on vacation like a crazy person, you should have a balcony or at least a window. I laughed at her when she said an inside cabin would make me crazy. It's just 1 week, I said. It's so much cheaper, I reasoned. But now I know my mom was right. I am going crazy. Crazy without human companionship, crazy without sunlight, crazy without anything to look forward to. So forgive me for clinging to the small joys of cruise life I still have left. Because I should be going to the new Collector's Thomas Kinkdale sale in the art gallery, or playing bingo in the Sphinx Lounge, or be getting a live acupuncture demonstration in the Royal Promenade, but instead I get to watch the life and legacy of Thomas Kinkdale on the television, play online bingo on my phone, or perform acupuncture on myself using safety pins I'm using to tack my evening gown to my bra. No, that's not a threat. I didn't go to the acupuncture demo, so with my luck, I'd probably paralyze myself. And when somebody finally finds my immobilized body, my bra straps would be showing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm being so selfish. I'm safe. I'm healthy. I have the full movie package and free Wi-Fi. Can you forgive me? Thank you so much. And again, I'm sorry. Oh. Lobster. formal night.
Good morning, everyone. It's me, Mr. Beardmeyer, and I'm here to give you an update on our class trip. Now, as you know, the class cruise to the Grand Kentucky Basin was supposed to happen in 6 days. And, though the authorities have canceled all classes this week, I'm here to tell you not to worry. Classes are only canceled this week. And I just heard that there are no traces of the virus in Grand Kentucky. So pack your things, okay? Because this trip will most definitely happen. All right, everyone. I'll see you next week. Hello, everyone. It's me, Mr. Beardmeyer. You've probably heard by now that the authorities have canceled school for the next month. And that includes all trips. Yeah, I know, it's really hard. I mean, a lot of us have been waiting all year for this. But there's got to be something we can do. Come heck or high water, we're gonna still have the best darn trip ever, okay? So stay strong, everyone. I'll see you soon. Ahoy, mateys! It's me, Captain Beardmeyer. And I have good news. Our class cruise is happening right now. Yeah, I know, we're not allowed to leave our houses, but we can use the magic of the internet to have a virtual cruise. Here's our cruise ship. Isn't it beautiful? And look at all the interesting and worldly passengers coming on the ship with us.
Hello, children. My name is Mr. Paws, and I'm from a nation with different customs than yours.
Wow, Mr. Paws! We just love your accents. Oh my goodness, everyone. There it is. The beautiful Grand Kentucky Basin. Hold on. Look, the basin looks even more beautiful in person. Everyone, let's take a quick selfie. Here we go. Ooh, boy, am I tired. Let's turn in for the night, everyone. Thanks for helping making this the best class trip ever. And see you soon. Well, hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay since our virtual ship was quarantined. Apparently, Mr. Paws was infected with the virus. So just to be safe, I rounded up all the other passengers and set them on fire. I know it's hard, but we're Americans, gosh darn it, and we're gonna be just fine. Before you know it, everything will be back to normal again. I'll see you again soon, okay? Adios, amigos! Can you guys feel that? Can you feel the beautiful ocean breeze? Can you hear that? Can you hear the exotic animals? Ooh, can you smell the salty sea? Can you smell the salty sea, guys? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's President Abraham Lincoln. Oh, hello, hello, President. By gosh, President. It's an honor to meet you. Hey, everyone. President Abraham Lincoln says it's okay to go for a swim. He says it's okay to go for a swim. Come on in, guys. Come on in. The water's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is just fine. This is the best class trip ever. Hey, everyone. You know what I always wanted? Never mind. I'll see you.
friends, fans, family far and wide. When Grandma Marilyn first asked me, do you want to go on a cruise? I thought of shrimp buffets. I thought of all-you-can-drink virgin pina coladas. I thought of a pool slide with 16 loops. I thought of the scene in True Beverly Hills where they eat caviar on the yacht, or on 30 Rock when Tracy uses someone else's luxury liner to throw a party and the cops kick them off. On a less obscure reference, I thought of The Love Boat, which coincidentally I watched with my Grandma Marilyn while eating Italian ices and dreaming of the day they'd be free with my purple wristband on board of my very own cruise haven, the Duchess Almond Ruby, where I'm recording this SOS message to all of you. Because, friends, fans, family far and wide, I'm here to tell you the shrimp is still a little frozen. The pool slide gives me motion sickness. And the pina coladas, they taste like someone punished plastic by mixing it with cotton candy and shame. You do not want that. You do not want that drink. It's an abomination. It's worse than the musical episode of Grey's Anatomy, which I pretend to hate, but secretly love and watch at least once a month. And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, they told us we couldn't leave the boat. We're quarantined. For our safety. At first I thought, more time for reading, to work on my comic book, to sit and think about life, maybe imagine my own amusement park, or think about the memoir I've been meaning to write since first grade. Those were simpler times. Then, friends, fans, family far and wide, I'm here to tell you Grandma Marilyn ran out of her special perfume. The perfume that makes me think of warm cookies, fresh cut flowers with a hint of mustiness, like just one mothball in a pleasant cedar closet. Now, friends, now, fans, now, family far and wide, she just smells like herself. So now this quarantine for my safety feels like an out of the frying pan into the fire situation. What about the safety of my nose? My dear sweet nasal passages that have been through so much in my short life. What about them? Grandma Marilyn, she just smells like herself. Which smells like, honestly, it smells like Grandma Marilyn. How are you? I've missed you.
When there's rain clouds and there's colorless skies, when you're stuck in the rain and you don't know why, when the sky falls and it's the end of time and the world seems to lose its mind, just don't you give up. It's okay to cry when life hurts your pride. Just don't you give up. Just keep your head high. I know you'll be alright. Oh, you should know this, 'cause I know you got it. Don't let the world hang off your shoulders, and when you can't take it, just know that you'll make it. 'Cause we all have better days still yet to come when you close your eyes 'cause of dark, gloomy days, and you ask yourself, will I be okay? Don't ever think that you'll stay down when you hit the ground. Good times come around, so don't you give up. It's okay to cry when life hits your pride. Just don't you give up. Just keep your head high. I know you'll be alright. Oh, you should know this, 'cause I know you got it. Don't let the world hang off your shoulders. And when you can't take it, just know that you'll make it. 'Cause we all have better days still yet to come. Don't you give up. I know you're scared of nightmares, but you wake up. Just keep your head up, up, up. Don't you give up. I know you're scared of nightmares, but you'll wake up. Just keep your head up, up, up. Oh, you should know this, 'cause I know you got it. Don't let the world hang off your shoulders. And when you can't take it, just know that you'll make it. 'Cause we all have better days still yet to come.